Hello, Gene Schwimmer here. Welcome to today's vlog. Today we're talking about what should be happy news. I'm not 100% sure. I have one little concern. That's what I want to share today. It's the coronavirus vaccine. As I'm sure everybody knows, they've started rolling out the vaccine. Pfizer's vaccine is out, and Moderna's vaccine, which is supposed to be even better and easier to store. As I understand, you don't need the very cold temperatures. And there's also somebody working on a nasal version of the vaccine, which would be really fantastic. But the main point is, and the Moderna vaccine, it's supposed to be approved by the FDA tomorrow, which is the day that you're watching this. I'm recording this Thursday, you're seeing it on Friday, but I do have a concern because this vaccine, it's 94%, 95% effective, but it's not effective at all if nobody takes it, or it's not going to help somebody who doesn't take it. That's what worries me, because I just read that in one state, about half of the healthcare workers aren't going to take the vaccine. I am worried that this is happening all across the country. What I'm looking for is for these lockdowns to stop. You're starting to see rebellions against the lockdowns. The idea is that you need a certain percentage of the population, I think it's 75%, to be vaccinated before you can have what's called herd immunity. In other words, so many people are vaccinated that your chances, even if you're not vaccinated, of getting the virus are so small that everything can open up again. But if people aren't taking the vaccine, if we don't reach that percentage, what happens? Do we just stay locked down forever? Do we have to pass a law? The states can do it, the federal government can't, but the states pass a law to require people to get vaccinated, which was what it was with polio. When I was a kid, when I was 5 years old, we all had to get vaccinated for polio, and that's why there is almost no polio. It's practically gone all over the world. That's because we had to take the vaccine. It was at first a shot, and then it was just something in a sugar cube. I remember when I was in kindergarten, a teacher or somebody coming in with a tray of these little sugar cubes with little pink dots in the middle of them. That was a vaccine, and you just took this sugar cube and you were okay. The equivalent would be, as far as convenience, would be this nasal application vaccine, if it comes to fruition, which I am optimistic it will. But here is what I think should happen. Once this vaccine is widely available, it's not now, certain people are getting it, healthcare workers first, then people in nursing homes, and then maybe people like me, I guess, senior citizens, but I'm a healthy senior citizen, so I don't know, I could have a wait too. But once the vaccine is widely enough available that anybody who wants to take it can get it, if you can just go to your local Kroger supermarket or your local pharmacy, drugstore, get vaccinated, and you choose not to, that should be your own problem. First of all, if other people are vaccinated, if I'm vaccinated, you're not going to get coronavirus from me. I can't get it. So there would be no longer a reason, in my opinion, to keep everything locked down. If you want to take a chance, then you take a chance. But the rest of us who are getting vaccinated, we should not be held back by the so-called anti-vaxxers, the people who get this ridiculous notion that vaccines are harmful. Now, there are some people, a very small percentage of the population, you can be sure, who would have an adverse reaction to the vaccine, would be allergic to it in some way. In fact, I read an article today about one person having a very strong allergic reaction. Other people will have reactions that will disappear in a short time after taking the vaccine. That's what happened to me. As a senior citizen, I had to get vaccinated. Well, I didn't have to, nobody forced me, but it was advisable, and I did it. I got vaccinated for pneumonia. I had to have a shot a year ago, and then I had to have a booster shot just a few weeks ago, and my whole arm was sore. My arm was sore and it swelled up and it was sensitive, but it went away after about a week, and now I'm vaccinated. I know people who are, actually my brother is one of those people who are allergic to penicillin. Some people are very allergic to penicillin. I recall my brother having to go to the hospital. That's how allergic he was to penicillin. But do we all stop taking penicillin? No. I take penicillin if I have to, or other antibiotics. You can't hold everybody back because of a few people who are, to use a common term, anti-science. And it's kind of ironic, now that I think of it, that a lot of these people who won't take the vaccine, these anti-vaxxers, these are people who call us climate change skeptics or severe climate change skeptics. I don't think the world is going to end from whatever's happening to the climate. They call us science deniers, but then you have these same people won't take this vaccine, and even worse, will not inoculate their children, would not let their children take it, which is very serious. I'm not talking so much about coronavirus, though it could hurt them later when they grow up and become adults, because children don't seem to be affected very much by coronavirus. But there are other diseases, measles, polio, diseases that I thought we had completely wiped out, that when I was a child, they were very serious concerns. You had to really worry about it. If somebody had a kid got measles, that kid had to be quarantined and had to stay inside for a couple weeks or whatever the amount of time was. Then there was a vaccine, and nobody worries about measles again. Who worries about it? But these anti-vaxxers, they're going to bring all these diseases back if what they believe becomes popular. But I'm not really worried about a minority of people who oppose vaccination for measles and polio, though I do again worry about their children because they have no choice if their parents won't get them vaccinated. I do worry about that, but that's a small part of the population. I'm worried about this coronavirus vaccine because there seems to be a large number of people who will not take it. And people like Andrew Cuomo, governor of New York, fortunately not my governor anymore. I used to live in New York, thank God, not my governor, and I was living in New York City, thank God. Bill de Blasio is not my mayor anymore. He was for a while before I moved, but they just hated Donald Trump so much that they said that they would be hesitant to take the vaccine if it were made available under the Trump administration. I guess that's all going to change when Biden, as increasingly looks likely, he becomes president on January 20th. But that's another impediment to people taking this vaccine. If you're listening to this, I'm telling you, get the vaccine. Get the vaccine. And if you don't want to, then you're taking a chance. It's your own problem. I'm just worried that you're going to have people like de Blasio and Cuomo who are going to, by law, keep all these restaurants closed, keep all these businesses closed, make everybody wear a mask because of these people who refuse to get vaccinated. That's what I'm worried about. People who don't want to get vaccinated should just take their chances, but everything should be open, and those of us who choose to get vaccinated, we should be free to go about our lives the way we were before coronavirus. And you are free to give me a thumbs up if you like this video, share with anybody you think would also like it. You got any comments? You can put comments in the comments section below the video, questions, suggestions for future topics. You could subscribe. I love getting new subscribers. You could listen to my original music on my original music channel. There's a link in the description below. And I appreciate everybody coming to spend their time with me. I appreciate the time you spend with me. Most of all, I'd like to see you all again. So I'll look forward to seeing all of you again. And until I do see all of you again, bye.